Good morning, student. Today I am dealing. The topic is hernia. So first is what is hernia? Hernia, in a Latin word, in simple word, it is a one type of rupture. Okay, it is one type of rupture. Then its definition: it is a medical condition in which an organ protrudes through an opening in its surrounding wall, especially in the abdominal region. So, means when a part of organ or tissue in the body pushes through an opening or weak spot in a muscle's wall, it can protrude into a space where it does not belong. Again, means one part of an organ or tissue in which the body push through an opening or weaken spot in a muscle wall, it can protrude into a space where it does not belong. It is protrusion and it is called hernia. It consists three part: hernia sac, covering of the sac, and content of the sac. Again I am telling, hernia is the hernia is an opening or weakness in the wall of muscles, tissue or membrane that normally hold an organ in place. If the opening or weakness is large, a portion of the organ may be able to poke through that hole. It is called hernia. So types of hernia, mainly there are 6 types. First, femoral hernia, inguinal hernia, umbilical hernia, incisional hernia, epigastric hernia, hiatal hernia. We are study one by one. So first is femoral hernia. So what is femoral hernia? Femoral hernia occurs just below the inguinal region. It is belong just below the inguinal region when abdominal content pass through a natural weaken in the abdominal wall called the femoral canal. Femoral hernia can occur in both male and female, almost developed in women due to increased width of female pelvis. Female hernia are most common in the adult than in children. 70% of children femoral hernia occur under the age of 1 year. Femoral hernia are relatively uncommon type, accounting for the only 3% of all hernia. In overall, femoral hernia mainly affected in the under age of the 1 year of age in children, 70%, and it affect the just below the inguinal region when abdominal content pass through a natural weakness in the abdominal canal. Next, inguinal hernia. Inguinal hernia are the most common of the abdominal hernia. It is present in 73%, means it is very common. The inguinal canal is a canal which in male convey the spermatic cord, in female the round ligament of uterus, means it is present both sex, means male and female, and it's present in male spermatic cord and present in female round ligament of the uterus. The inguinal canal are larger and more prominent in male. The spermatic cord intended to descend from the abdomen into the scrotum. After the testicle descend, the opening is supposed to close tightly, but sometimes the muscles leave a weakened area. The weakened tissue can allow a portion of laser omentum to slide through that opening, causing pain and producing a bulge. It means inguinal hernia are more likely to occur in mainly in boys than girls, more than 70% of all hernia. 73% of all hernia that occur are inguinal hernia, which mean that a part of intestine protrudes through an opening in the lower part of the abdomen near the groin, and it's called inguinal hernia. It is two type. First, direct and indirect. Means inguinal hernia, it is also divided in two type. First, direct, and second, indirect hernia. C is a inguinal hernia in the lower part of the abdominal weakened area. It is bulge outside of the body. So, first type, indirect inguinal hernia. In inguinal hernia, intestine enter the inguinal canal in the posterior wall of the canal. The direct inguinal hernia occur medial to inferior epigastric vessels. Direct inguinal hernia, it means intestine enter the inguinal canal in the posterior wall of the canal. The direct inguinal hernia occur medial to inferior epigastric vessels, most common in the adult male and rare in children. Before telling, it is common in male and rather than in children or female. Indirect inguinal hernia, it is 80% present. Intestine enter the inguinal canal via the deep inguinal ring. Means both direct or indirect present in one space, means inguinal canal, and indirect inguinal hernia present in mainly 80%. Indirect inguinal hernia located lateral to the inferior epigastric artery, and direct inguinal hernia, it is present in the inferior epigastric vessels, and indirect hernia present in the inferior epigastric artery, like this two images, indirect inguinal hernia and direct inguinal hernia. Next, umbilical hernia. Umbilical hernia causes abnormal bulging in the belly bottom. This bulge consists of abdominal fat from the greater omentum or occasionally part of the small intestine. The bulge can often be pressed back through the hole in the abdominal wall and are very common in the newborn, often do not need treatment unless complication occur. It means umbilical hernia are common in the newborn and infant younger than 6 months. They occur when a part of the intestine bulge through the abdominal wall next to the belly bottom. In baby with umbilical hernia, parent may be see bulge around the belly bottom area when the baby is crying. This hernia tend to resolve without any treatment by around the age of 2 to 3 years. Some umbilical hernia enlarge and may be require repair in the later in life. Means in this hernia, means umbilical hernia resolve without any treatment by around the age of 2 to 3 years. In some time, if hernia enlarge, may require repair in later in life. It is a umbilical hernia. It means part of the intestine bulge through the abdominal wall next to the belly bottom. Next, incisional hernia. Incisional hernia occur as a complication abdominal surgery where the abdominal muscles are cut to allow the surgeon to enter the abdominal cavity to operate. Although the muscle is usually repaired, it become a relative area of the weakness, potentially allow abdominal organ to herniate through the incision. In overall, incisional hernia means surgery in the abdominal area sometimes lead to this type of hernia. In incision hernia, part of the intestine bursts through the abdominal around the surgical incision. Then next is epigastric hernia. So epigastric hernia are lump or bulge that occur in the upper part of the abdominal wall in an area known as the epigastrium, which is above the umbilicus and just below the breastbone. It means in epigastric hernia it present just above the umbilical cord and below the breastbone and present, and we can see in this type of hernia lump or bulge that can occur in the part of the upper abdominal wall. And epigastric hernia can occur when the tissue in the abdominal wall don't close completely during developmental period. It means in the developmental time, epigastric hernia occur if tissue in an abdominal wall completely not closed. They may vary in size and it is possible to have more than one epigastric hernia at a time. It means abdominal hernia or epigastric hernia, it present both in a one time. Typically an epigastric hernia is a small, larger hernia may cause fatty tissue or part of the stomach to push through. Overall, epigastric hernia, which is also called a ventral hernia, a part of intestine protrudes through the abdominal muscles located between the belly bottom and the chest wall. It is epigastric hernia. In other hernia, it is a large in other hernia. Next, hiatus hernia. The hiatus hernia opening in the diaphragm, normally the esophagus goes through the hiatus and attached to the stomach. In a hiatus hernia, the stomach bulges up into the chest through an opening. Hiatus hernia, it is present in esophagus. Esophagus is a wound pipe that allow mouth to the that allow food particle mouth to the esophagus, and that content go stomach. And the hiatus hernia opening in diaphragm, normally the esophagus goes the esophagus goes through the hiatus and attached to the stomach. In a hiatal hernia, the stomach bulge up into the chest through that opening. Again, overall, this type of hernia occur at the opening of the diaphragm when the esophagus, the pipe that food travel down, join the stomach. If the muscles around the opening to the diaphragm become weak, the uppermost part of the person's stomach can bulge through the diaphragm. It is called hiatal hernia. Then next is causes. Some causes are mainly contribute to the hernia. First, chronic constipation. If patient is survive chronic constipation. Second, chronic recurrent vomiting Ascites means abnormal collection of fluid in the abdominal cavity. Then peritoneal dialysis, if any patient is survived in the renal disease. So abdominal masses and pregnancy, it is the main causes of the hernia. And one also causes premature baby and weakened muscles. Synum symptoms. Synum symptoms: visible lump or bulge. The first sign of the hernia is often a noticeable swelling upper the skin, means where they belong the skin is swelling, means swelling under the skin. Second, full feeling means fullness of abdominal feeling and fullness of affected area. Pain which can range from the slightly uncomfortable to severely painful, particularly the larger you leave it untreated. Means severe pain, sometimes slightly pain and sometimes severe pain may be present. Stomach upset, reduce the blood supply in affected area. Never discomfort, vomiting pain with movement, weakness in muscles, defect with daily activity, means patient is not maintain proper daily activity, fever, heartburn, difficulty in swallowing. So it is all about symptoms of hernia. Again I am telling: weakness, pressure, burning or pain in the abdomen or growing or scrotum area mainly, and discomfort, vomiting, difficulty in breathing, sometimes feeding problem, reduced blood supply, fullness feeling, pain and bulging. It is a symptom of hernia. Next, diagnostic evaluation. So first, at the outset, your doctor will ask for your medical history and then perform a physical examination to touch or feel a hernia. You may be asked to curve, bend, push or lift. It means first doctor will ask medical history, then perform physical examination. In physical examination, doctor told patient bend and you may be asked to curving, pushing or lifting. That time the affected area is bulging outside. Next, in infant or children, through the hernia may not be easily seen, expected when the child is crying or coughing. Mainly hernia is not seen, but the patient is crying and coughing. It's clear to visible in eye. The doctor may ask you to undergo ultrasound or CT scan to look for a hernia. Means doctor took a ultrasound or CT scan. If you may have a blockage in your bowel, it means constipation, you will ask to take an X-ray of a abdomen. So in diagnostic evaluation, firstly history taking, then physical examination. In physical examination of patient coughing and bend, push or lift, the affected area of hernia is bulge outside. And next, if the baby, infant or children, the hernia may not easily seen. In that time we expect the patient or the child is crying or coughing, so we see the affected area bulge outside of body. Next, CT scan and ultrasound, and next X-ray of the abdomen. Then treatment. In treatment, it is mainly two type of treatment. First, open hernia repair, and second, laparoscopy repairment. So first is open hernia repair. Open hernia repair procedure, which might be done with the local anesthesia and sedation or general anesthesia. The surgeon make an incision in your groin and push the protruding tissue back into your abdomen. After the surgery, you will be encouraged to move about as soon as possible, but it might be severe weeks before you are able to resume normal activity. Laparoscopic repair then with open surgery. I mean, in open hernia in open hernia procedure, patient give local anesthesia and sedation or general anesthesia. The surgeon incision in our groin area and push the protruding tissue and hernia into the abdominal wall. And next, in the surgery of hernia, encourage to move about as soon as possible to move and normal activity. Next, laparoscopic repair then with open surgery. It is open hernia repair या open surgery. Next, second is laparoscopic repairment. This mainly invasive procedure which require general anesthesia. Okay, in this required general anesthesia, and gas is used to inflate your abdomen to make the internal organ easier to see. Means when check and when, in the time of procedure, because we are give laparoscopic repairment, so gas is used to inflate our abdomen to make the organ easier to see. A small tube equipment with a tiny camera is inserted on the incision area. It means laparoscope. The people who have laparoscopic repair might have less discomfort and scarring after surgery and quicker return to a normal activity. In the both open repair surgery and laparoscopic surgery, it is better in laparoscopic repairment. Why? Because it is less discomfort and scarring after surgery, and patient is quick return to normal activity. It is one type of tiny camera, and it is one type of equipment with a tiny camera is inserted into the incision to the affected area.